The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us in today's webinar. My name is Tia Haslan, and I would like to welcome you to our live session brought to you by CRM Dynamics, one of the largest Microsoft Gold partner in Canada, this year's Microsoft Impact Award winner for business applications, innovation in customer engagement, and a member of Microsoft Global Inner Circle Partners for 2019 and 2020. Now, before we begin, I would like to take you through some guidelines during our webcast. To ensure that everyone can listen to the presentations, we have muted all the lines, and if you would like to ask questions, please use the chat or question function on your control panel, and we will address them at the end of the presentation. So the topic for our webcast this morning is Introduction to Microsoft D365 Portals. We're very excited to have Paula Francisco, who is one of our Microsoft Certified Consultant Expert, presenting for us today. Also, I would like to give a warm welcome to Neil Hobson, our CTO, for his presence and support for today's session. And in this webinar, you will learn the basics of Microsoft D365 Portals, plus we will provide you with helpful insights on how you can utilize this tool to customize and design your web solution to fit your business. Now, without further ado, I hope you enjoy our session, and at this time, I would like to invite Paula to begin this presentation.
All right, thank you very much for that, Tia. Hello and good morning, everyone. I hope all are settled and well. I am Paula Francisco, a CRM consultant for CRM Dynamics, and I would like to welcome you on today's discussion regarding an introduction to Microsoft Dynamics 365 Portals. Before we begin, let us go over the points that we will be talking about through the webinar. To start off, I will be giving you a brief description of the D365 Portals and then show you what are the significance in using this portal solution. Next up, we have portal templates. There are several basic pre-configured portals that are available on setup. We will explore more on those later on. We will also tackle the commonly useful and important properties and configuration tools that are available in D365 Portals. We will know more about the initial setup and how to manage portal content in terms of layout, data, and security. We would like to give you a preview of the portal, so we are going to have a quick demonstration of an out-of-the-box portal and see the steps on how to update and configure the website. To culminate our session, we will be allocating time to answer your questions should you have any. All right? Now let us proceed. So what is D365 Portals? It is a solution integrated with D365 CRM that enables an organization to extend their business process by making their information and services available online to both internal and external audiences. Now, that may include your employees, your business partners, or your customers. So if you are an organization that is looking into providing, for example, an online customer service or a customer profile and data management service, or any customized system for that matter, D365 Portals can do that for you. What can a CRM organization gain from using portals? One thing to note is that aside from your business data and process residing in your CRM, the portal is integrated within your CRM as well. The portal provides a platform for engagement, thus expanding the reach of your business for a more effective business communication and to make meaningful and profitable relationships with those you interact with. Therefore, this can help boost your services in sales, support, and marketing. The portal enables you to configure your application according to your own custom branding and business requirements. You can provide your own layout, your logo, create and update the content of your web application. You can also control which information or data you would like to expose on the portal. The D365 Portals is hosted online within the framework of D365 in Azure. So once you have the portal add-on in your list of applications, the setup is pretty much straightforward. This can be viewed and configured in your Portal Admin Center. D365 Portals reduce the reliance on coding or development when creating an integrated web-based application. Now, this, therefore, saves the organization overhead costs on building a full online system that integrates with their CRM. Now, most of the standard functionalities are already handled by the portal itself, such as authentication and the building of your forms and views. In addition, D365 Portals also offers pre-configured portal templates that can readily be used by organizations. As the portal is already integrated with CRM, any background workflows or plugins that work with your data and forms in CRM also automatically work from the portal end. Thus, any management and data that is executed from the portal will reflect back in CRM and vice versa. Let us now look into the different out-of-the-box portals that Microsoft D365 offers. I have laid out here in table the different portal types and to what audience these can be applied to. You will also see here the different functionalities available for each type. You have customers and partners, and they need support. So enter the customer or partner self-service portal. This gives your customers or partners the ability to log into their own account and manage their cases. Well, you should also know that this portal shows suggested knowledge-based articles based on entered keywords before submitting a case. Now, isn't that convenient for your customers to be able to get the answers to their inquiries before even submitting one? Next up, we have the employee portal, which has the same functionalities as the former, with the inclusion of employee and HR contacts management. Similar to your intranet, this portal gives your internal staff an avenue to share internal knowledge and can also use it to submit and resolve internal tickets. Now, if you want to keep a strong community engagement in your business, you can utilize the community portal to publish articles, hold conversations in forums, and manage corporate or community blogs. You can gather meaningful feedback from your community through their ideas, votes, comments, and suggestions. Now, you can use these input to drive the direction of your business and marketing based on the trends presented by the community. If you are aiming to facilitate engagement with your business partners, you can choose the partner portal to provide a channel for your partners to manage and collaborate on their own opportunities. Now, this way, instead of putting the bulk of data entry to your internal staff, your partners will become participants in your sales life cycle. Through the customer, account, and opportunity management facilities, your business will be able to capture real-time sales metrics from your distributors, resellers, suppliers, and more. Well, how about if you are in the business of construction, mining, machinery and parts, services, or even telecommunications, wherein you need real-time tracking of your service schedules, your work order status, assets, the availability of your agents or technicians, or any of your resources. Then the field service and project service automation portal works best for you. Through the work orders, agreements, assets, and invoice management facilities, you can empower your business by improving management and delivery of your products and services. This next one, if your business often hosts events, and would need a website to manage and publish your event information, such as the schedule, location, or speaker information, well, all of these data just manageable from within CRM, then the event portal is the appropriate choice. Your audiences can register for the events as well. But what if none of these previous templates match what you are looking for? Well, fortunately, Microsoft offers the custom portal, which provides an initial wireframe that is completely customizable according to your business requirements. Now again, all of these templates are not limited to their pre-configured functionalities. You can definitely update the content to generate a system that is a custom fit for your business. Let me take you now to the different features the portals have to offer. This is how to provision your D365 portal once you have acquired a portal license. You can find the setup using the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. You look for the All Admin Centers, and then navigate to Dynamics 365. Now this will take you to your list of applications. Okay, here you go to Applications, and then you search for the portal add-on to configure. In this case, you can see that the portal has not yet been configured. You can then select this add-on and then click Manage to initiate your configuration. Now, all you need to do is just to provide the following information. You can enter the portal name to distinguish your portal. You can provide the base portal URL. And then we associate the CRM instance where your portal resides. Select a language and the portal administrator. Now, when you select a type of audience, the panel will show you what types of portal templates are available. Well, in this case, we would like to deploy the customer self-service portal. Go ahead and click Submit. Then you just have to wait for the setup to finish until the access to your portal is ready. Now, when you have the portal added into your list of applications, you will see this portal tab in your CRM. This contains all the tools you need to customize and publish content for your website. Now, it may seem overwhelming to go over all of these menu items, but once you have familiarized yourself how these items are related to one another, you will find that this is indeed a powerful tool to use with your CRM. So as an overview, let me present to you the commonly used configuration tools for the portal. Websites is the core entity of a portal application. Each portal license can only select a single website record. So as seen in the sample below, several of the templates mentioned earlier are already pre-configured under this section. So here is our customer self-service website that we have selected during our initial setup. For content layout, now these menu items are responsible to define the look and feel of your website. The web pages that are associated to your website represents a URL in the portal. So for example, if you want a page that lists all of your cases, then you can just define a web page for cases. Web pages can also have child pages, which is why you can implement a hierarchy in your website. So for example, we have a user dashboard page that can have sub-pages for the user profile and user invoices. Web files enable you to upload web resources such as documents, images, scripts, and CSS or your styling sheets. you can define a partial URL for your web file, so you can immediately write this in as a resource available in your web page. Content snippets is where you can define pieces of either text or HTML content that you believe can be commonly used across the web pages. Let's take, for example, if you have a section that displays the current user's contact information for each web page in your website. Now, instead of rewriting the same HTML code for all the web pages, you only just need to write one content snippet and include that snippet in your layout. Now, for those of you with a technical background on web development, one significant feature is the use of the Liquid template language. It is integrated into Portals to display dynamic content. Now, Liquid has stock objects that you can readily use information from. An example of which is a user object that contains the current user's contact information. A few other capabilities of the Liquid template language includes text formatting, conditional operators, filters for string manipulation, and basic mathematical calculation, among many. Now, this next one, I believe, is the most attractive feature of the portal. Well, given your site's look and feel, the more important component of your application is your data presentation and management. Well, with the old custom portals, one needs to build everything from the ground up. The services to fetch data from and push data to your database. And also, you have to implement the corresponding front-end interfaces to display and manage that data. Here comes D365 Portals with a mechanism that enables you to surface your views and forms that you have already defined in your CRM. The Entity List Portal feature is the equivalent of your CRM views. To show a comparison here, on the top, we have the case listing in the portal, and that is the same view that is available in the CRM, which is the interface that you can see at the bottom. Now, the portal provides you the ability to show multiple views as well. Now, in this sample configuration screen, the portal will be able to display all open cases, closed cases, or all cases. The entity forms is the equivalent of your CRM forms. We have here in comparison an edit case form that is shown in both the portal, the one on your left, and the CRM, which is the one on your right. And this is how you configure an entity form. See here that we have specified the use of the web edit case form to show that in our web page. Now, whatever background workflows or plugins that you have set up to work with your entities from the CRM end, these will also work when you manage your data from the portal. On a different note, now what if you want to display custom filtered data because you also want to implement your own list interface? Well, that can in fact be achieved by using Liquid's Fetch XML functionality. If you are familiar with using Advanced Find to filter a set of records in CRM, then this is the same Fetch XML that can be used to retrieve data from the portal. This shows then that in terms of data presentation and management, the organization would only need minimal configuration to surface both the interface and functionality of your entities. Moving on to another important feature of the portals is security. A number of security mechanisms have been put in place for D365 Portals. You can secure your business information by exposing data only to authenticated individuals. Portals offer local authentication, where a contact in your CRM becomes a portal user. Or your organization may opt to use external authentication, such as Azure Active Directory. There are other third-party authentication available, such as Google, Facebook, and a few others, but as per experience, mostly use the local or Azure authentication. Guest users automatically have the anonymous web roles, while successfully logged in users are assigned the authenticated web role. The administrator web role can be assigned to a contact portal user who is given permission to manage the portal content directly from the website. Web roles are not limited to these three only. You can also create your own custom web roles and assign them accordingly to your portal users. It is important to know that the entities are not exposed to the portal by default. So this helps protect your CRM data from any unauthorized access. The organization can manage which entities can be exposed to the portal and define them with read and or write permissions according to the web roles. So for example, I want to only allow authenticated users to view their invoice. So what I will do is I will create an entity permission that targets the invoice entity, assign that with read permissions only for the authenticated web role. Web page access control allows you to limit the access to pages that require authentication. So usually websites have a public homepage, right? But in order for you to access your personal profile information and business data, you need the users to log in before they can access the user dashboard. Website access permissions basically defines what website management actions are granted for a specific web role. So these actions may include managing content snippets and site markers. Well, the portal is created in English by default. However, as businesses grow and reach a global audience, it is beneficial that your portal content could have multilingual support. Now, D365 Portals gives you that capability. D365 CRM provisions supported languages that you can install. So the first step would be to verify that you have the language pack installed in CRM. And then you can find this under Settings, Administration, and then Language. Next to that would be to add the language under Supported Languages for the website. Then there you go. You now have localization support for your portal. Let us now try out a preview of the D365 portal. Okay. Now this is how an out-of-the-box customer self-service portal looks like. You have your initial wireframe here, complete with a responsive layout. As an understanding of web roles, now how about let us try going into the page so that because I want to view a list of cases as an anonymous user. And those lists of cases can be seen here under my support. So take note, I am not yet logged in. So notice this message right here. It says, please sign in to open a new case or to view a list of your existing cases. Okay, so as you can see, the entity permissions have been set in place for cases where it is only granted for authenticated users. So in order for me to be able to see my list of cases, let me try to log in. Okay. Now, as mentioned earlier, the authentication module is already set in place in D365 Portals. You may use a local authentication method that uses a contact-specified username and password, or you can sign in with an external account using Azure AD in this case. But for our demo today, let me sign in with the local account. Let's just wait for that to log in. All right. Now, as a successfully logged in user, I am immediately granted the authenticated user web role. So when I go back to my support to view a list of my cases, and now the list is displayed. Okay. All right. So I know you guys noticed this little toolbar right here. Okay. This is an editing toolbar, which only shows up for users with the administrator web role, of which I am one. So I assigned the administrator web role to my contact record. Now this little toolbar right here enables me to update content directly from my website. So also as an administrator, you can see this little trinkets right here. We have edit primary navigation, edit navbar left. So these are little tools directly from the website, and I can immediately edit my content here directly also from the website. So let me try to change. I want to change the name of this web page right here. So instead of Fantoso, let me try to update that to your company Inc. and save that. And then you can see the immediate change in the text here. So there's still so many other sections right here that we can update, like help heading right here. So this tool enables you as an administrator to directly update content from within your website. Okay. Now up next, let us try updating data and looking at how data communicates from between the CRM and the portal. So let's say that I want to update my profile. So I go to my account and then click on the profile. So you can see here this default profile page that is already set or pre-configured by D365 Portals. Take a look at this specific section right here where you see your information. Now I did not do any coding for this because this section right here is an entity form in your CRM. So to show you that, remember this layout, we have the first name, last name, email, business phone, up to the preferred language. Now this layout right here is the same form that we can see in CRM. So the entity form in the portal shows the profile web form, and it's the same form that we have already predefined within our CRM. So I want to update my information. I want to change my business phone, put an organization name. You guys can call me Paui, update my website, and then I want to push that data back to the CRM. Let's click update, and then see that change happen from within CRM as well. So it says here, your profile has been updated successfully. Now let us verify if the changes did push back in real time to CRM. Let's refresh that and wait for it to load the new data. So now, as you can see here, real-time data update and management. We have my updated business phone, my website, organization, and nickname updated back in CRM. So isn't that great? Okay, next. As a customer self-service portal, okay, one of its functionalities include case management. So let's go back to my support and see my list of cases. So you can see here, I already have a couple of cases down here. Take a focus on the specific section where you see the listing. This right here is an entity list that we have defined in the portal configuration. This is the same CRM view that was already configured in the CRM. All right, so we have configured here multiple views. We have open cases, closed cases, and then all the cases. Now, what if I want to update this interface? Let's say I don't want closed cases to be displayed on the user end. So what will I do? What I will do is I go back to my entity list configuration. Okay. And then let me just quickly show you the multiple views. You have here open cases. You have here closed cases. And then you have all cases. Now you can reorder this in any way that you want. You can add multiple views in here, as I mentioned earlier. So I want to remove closed cases. I remove that and then update. Save the changes on my entity list. So let us see if the portal updates that interface as well. Then, okay. Now here you go. So now we only have the open cases and all my cases in the entity list view. Now if you want to add it back in, same way. Let me put that on the second one. Then let's just put in the same view. Closed cases. And I want it to say closed cases. Save the changes. Let's go back to the portal and see if that works. And then there you go. The closed cases is back again on the entity list view. So that's what I was telling you, that it's very easy to configure the layout and to configure the content of the data content of your portal solution. Okay. The next one is, okay. So now we have the configuration part done. Now, how about we try simulating the communication between the customer and the customer support from within CRM, all right? So me as a customer, say I would like to report that the product I bought from your company needs repair and it is still within warranty. So let me try to open a case right here. So I just click open a new case. And then I would like, let me say, just put in support request. Right, there you go. So I wonder if you already caught it earlier during my presentation, but I have mentioned that since this is a customer self-service portal, it has the capability to open up or draw up a list of suggested knowledge base articles based on your keywords. So in this case, I put in support request, and it turns out that there are a few articles in here in this portal which has the same keywords. So if ever I have an issue and then you have your knowledge base articles that can answer this question, then it would be very convenient for the customer to just go in and see how to resolve the issue by themselves, right? So this actually reduces the number of support cases for your organization. So let's take for example that, oh no, I don't see any reply or any article in here that can help me. So let me just push through with my request. Say I have a problem for the service. I want a service. I have service problem right here. Let me say that my device is not working. It won't power on. It is still under warranty. What do I need to do? Then I can submit that case. Then this should show up in our list of cases. Let's wait for that to finish. So it says here that the case has been created. And then you can see here the new entry for the case. Now this is the view from the portal end. So let us check that out if that same information has been pushed to the CRM. So since we have the contact Paula, let's check the cases that she has. Okay, let's wait that to load. Let's try to view it with the same view that we have used earlier, which is web open cases. So this is what I've been telling you about. Now this is the same view, this web open cases view This is the same listing that you can see here in the portal. Okay. Now, so me as a customer support, as part of the customer support team, I want to see what her problem is. Okay. Let me check out her case. Okay. So support request, and then the description is, my device is not working. It won't power on. It is still under warranty. So what do I need to do? So me as a customer support, I want to reply or give feedback to the customer immediately. So in order to do that, you need to add a portal comment. Each portal comment or the portal comments can be added under activities. And you see this drop down right here. And let me just hide this one for better view. Okay. So here you can see portal comment. So as customer support, let's say set schedule for repair. And I want to say, good day, ma'am. Sorry. Good day, ma'am. We have seen your report. Will you be able to drop by the shop, or let's say office, and bring your device so we can check it out? Right. And then mark this as complete. Now the expectation is that me as a portal user would be able to see that in my case. So let us go into the details. So if we want to see details for my case, I just click this bottom, this drop down right here, view details. Now this right here is another entity form. This is the web edit case form. And then you can see here the comments below. So immediately, as a portal user, I immediately see the feedback from the customer support team from within the CRM. It says here, good day, ma'am, senior report. Would you be able to drop by the office and bring your device so we can check it out? So I want to immediately add a comment right here, like, okay, sure. Okay, sure, I can drop by tomorrow around 10 o'clock a.m. I will bring my device and hope it gets repaired immediately. Now you can also attach files in your comments, but for this demo, let's push through with a text comment. Okay, submit that. All right, so you can see here that my comment gets reflected immediately in the portal. Support team can recheck if there's any feedback from the customer. Let's see the list of activities. And there you go. I see the feedback from the customer that they can drop by tomorrow around 10 o'clock a.m. and they'll be bringing their, Paula will be bringing her device over to the shop or to the office. Now, this is what I've been telling you about earlier, that there is real-time processing of data between the CRM and the portal end. And that gives you the power, and that empowers your business to create effective business communication with your business audience. Okay? Okay. Now, the last part of our demo would be this one. I wanted to show you this little language toggle right here on the navigation. If you remember earlier, we discussed about localization support. So we have added the French language for this website. Now the portal automatically provides this little control right here if you have multiple languages supported for your website. If you only have one, then this toggle right here won't be displayed, or it won't show. So let us try switching to French. Okay, let's go to my support so that I can better see it properly. Okay, this one. All right, so I switched the language to French. And then you can see here that we have some texts that were already translated in the portal. Now this translation have already been predefined during the installation of the language pack. But then, as you notice, there are still some content here that remains to be untranslated. So see here that the titles of our listing are still in English. Okay, so just to quickly show you our views in the entity list. So we have here the English. Then you also have here a metadata for French. So whatever the French translation is for that text, you can put it in here as well. So this is the configuration for the entity list. Now, if you have content that is untranslated, there are several approaches, and I have just showed you one just previously. Well, you can define the equivalent text per language using content snippets. Now, earlier I mentioned that content snippets can either be a text or HTML content, but you can also specify which language they would be reflecting for. So if you have an English and a French language supported in your website, and then for example, you have the text support in English, you also need to create another content snippet in French with the same translation for support for that content snippet. But when you go into your web page or your HTML code, you only need to insert the snippet for support. Say snippet support, and then your portal will immediately pick up the correct content snippet in French or in French or in English, depends on the language that you selected for the portal. Okay. So for entity forms or for entity lists, as I have shown you earlier, we have the metadata settings. So this is a setting for entity list. We have a different manner of updating for the entity form, but still it involves metadata update. And another approach would be to do an export and import of translations. Now this can be done from CRM default solution. So if you are familiar with settings in your CRM, you can go to settings and then to customize your solution. You have the CRM default solution pop up, and then you can export and import translations from there. Lastly, if none of those methods work, although it may require a bit of programming, you can update the text using JavaScript. So there is a programmatic way of you can update the text programmatically using JavaScript. All right, so I have just shown you how easy it is to expose and manage your business information, as well as to conduct a meaningful engagement with your portal audience. Our demonstration is done, and I hope you have some good takeaway from today's session. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to open them up at this time.
Thank you, Paula. So as we mentioned before, if you have any questions, please begin to type them into the question box for us, and we will do our best to answer them for you. As you do that, I would like to inform you to learn more on other D365 sites or register for future webinars. Please visit crmdynamics.com/learning academy. I'll wait a few moments for our questions. Okay. I see a couple of questions that just came through. So number one, Paula, we have a questions. You have mentioned about the liquid template language being used in the portal. Can we still use other frameworks to work with liquid? Take Angular, for example.
Okay, thank you for that question, Tia. I have worked with both Angular and liquid templates in the portal, and I see that both do use the curly brackets when displaying data, and that may initially present a conflict for someone who is new to portals. But then it is good to know that yes, we can use other frameworks to work with liquid. The liquid template language has what it calls a raw tag, where liquid won't parse and execute any code that is enclosed in it. So yeah, the answer is yes, you can use another framework.
Thank you. I also have a question if this presentations will be able to download or view the recording at a later date. Yes, the answer is absolutely. I will email the recorded versions to all the attendees after the webcast, and we will also share the presentation deck as well. Second questions come through. Are there any restrictions to the number of entities that you can expose in the portal?
All right. There are definitely no restrictions for this. You can expose any entity to the portal, any number of entities that you have. You can expose both out of the box and even your own custom entities. So yeah.
Thanks, Paula. And as we are coming to an end for the sessions, we have a few more minutes to spare. The last question I received is, can I still change the portal's URL after it has been provisioned?
Well, definitely you can do that, Thea. Yes, you can. The D365 Admin Center for the portal configuration provides several actions. And one of the actions there is named Change Base URL, which enables you to do that, exactly that. So you can definitely change the URL of your portal after even if it has been provisioned.
Excellent. So thank you, Paula, for your participations and presentation today, and everybody. I have not received any additional questions at this stage. We appreciate you being here today, and please note again, information will be emailed out to all the attendees. And I would like to encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel at CRM Dynamics CA to learn more about Microsoft D365, or visit our website at crmdynamics.com/learning academy for more information on our future webinars. Thank you again, and have a dynamic day. Bye.